Hey everybody, it's Monday 29th of June 2015. In a few days time I'll be heading over to Los Angeles and then on to Yosemite National Park to begin the John Muir hike. I'm in Sydney at the moment, thought I'd put a quick video together and show you what I'm taking. It's a little bit more difficult logistically for me because I don't have chance to arrange the resupplies etc. in advance as much as I would have liked. But anyway, let me give you a rundown of my kit. And then I'll do a separate video for some of the food that I'm taking. Okay, here is most of my kit for the John Muir Trail. A few things missing, like the Bear Vault 500, my bear canister, which I'll need to pick up when I get to the US. But I think most of the stuff's here. Another few bits and pieces that are missing, but I probably won't realise what they are until I'm on the trail. Anyway, this will probably be quite quick. I don't know how some of these videos go for 40 minutes plus. I think I'll be done with mine in about 5 or 6 minutes. So let's start with the left hand side. New kit, tried and tested but still fairly new. My new backpack, which is the Osprey Exos 58, very comfortable pack, seems to get good reviews, very lightweight, about 1.2 kilos, so whatever that is in pounds for any of you US viewers. So nice pack, yeah, pleased with that. I've been out on a few hikes with it in the last couple of weeks and sits very well on me. The next thing here is my tent. And now this is, again, I've only bought this fairly recently, but it's the Six Moon Designs Lunar Solo LE, so about 850 grams. Needs to be supported by one of my hiking poles. I need to pick up some stakes for this, so I'll grab some MSR groundhogs when I land in Los Angeles on Saturday. At the REI store. But yep, nice tent, very lightweight, bit of condensation etc, but does the job, so pleased with that. Going across now, let's see the rest of my sleep kit. This big bag here is a down sleeping bag. It's a Robin's down sleeping bag, which is a Danish company. Had it a few years. I've actually cut it down and converted it into a top quill. It still weighs about a kilo. So what, 2.2 pounds or so, but pretty warm, good to down to about -5 degrees C or 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Underneath that is a Tyvek ground sheet. I'm not sure whether I will take it or not, so I've got it there just in case. I'll make that decision probably just before I jump on the aeroplane on Friday out of Sydney. To the left, a hat. Again, I may take this, may not, but it's my Coke Zero hat. I do like that stuff, so if you see me on the trail, or maybe I'm wearing that hat. So that's the Coke Zero hat. The next thing that I've got here, a couple of more new purchases, is from Sea to Summit. So I've got this Sea to Summit Aeros pillow. It's the premium in large. I also have the X-Bed large pillow, which I've had for quite a while, at ultralight. Fairly comfortable. This is just slightly bigger. Meant to be slightly more comfortable, I'm not sure, we'll see. I've used it a couple of times, it seems okay. I've also got one of these Sea to Summit Comfort Light insulated mats. Now these haven't been out for too long. They're supposedly the most comfortable mat on the market. Again, I've used it a few times, seems okay. We'll see what it's like after 20 or so days use on the trail, but seems more comfortable than the other mats that I've had. Including the Thermarest, the X-Lite and the Neo Air, X-Bed Sin mats and down mats, and I've had those as well, so yeah, this one certainly seems to be a bit more comfortable than those. And in this bag here are my clothes, so I won't get those all out, but mainly icebreaker kit. So icebreaker from New Zealand, merino wool t-shirt, hoodie, merino socks, all stuff that can be warm for a long time, is still pretty warm even if it gets wet, and is fairly durable and doesn't smell. Okay, that's clothes in there. And here I've got my waterproof jacket, so Go Light jacket, which is a Pertex microshield jacket, and that's pretty good. It's been tried and tested on the Milford track and the Rootburn track in New Zealand, and it doesn't really come much wetter than that, so worked well on those. And then in here we have a Rab Primaloft jacket, so lightweight insulating jacket, should be good for those cool evenings, cool mornings, and keep me warm at night if it gets a bit chilly. This is an X-Pad bag. It's used for blowing up the expat air mats, the snozzle pump bag, that's what it's called. But it also fits the Sea to Summit adapters as well, so that's pretty good. One complete fill of that is enough to completely fill my Sea to Summit mat. Right, that is my sleeping kit, my tent, my backpack, and let's have a look at cook kit. So we've got one pot and lid here. This is by Alpkit. It's a UK company. It's a titanium pot and lid, and inside I've got a titanium Alpkit mug with the hot lips on the side to stop me burning my lips, and a stove which is an Optimus Crux, so gas canister stove, and a titanium spoon and a titanium fork in there. Underneath is an insulating pouch for my dehydrated meals, and then here is a small grill I'm going to take. I'm going to do some trout fishing, so I've ordered a Tenkara rod. Should be with me in a couple of days. Hopefully I'll be able to catch a few fish. I hope I will, because the Tenkara rod and the California fishing license has cost me an absolute fortune. So looking to enjoy some fishing out on the trail. And I've got here a Swedish knife, which is a Barco, just a knife. Right, that's the cook kit. Okay, 6 minutes, so let's see what else we've got. Okay, next up we have the electronics. Now, a few toys and gadgets in here, which I'm sure aren't necessary, but I want to take them anyway. On the left we have fairly small. This is a Swan Outback camera, so it's got a PIR motion detector at the top. It's got 16 or 17 infrared lights or at the bottom, and it's a digital camera, so it's motion activated, and the plan is that I will put this out at night time, either near my tent or up near my bear canister, and see if it captures any bears or any other types of animals roaming around at night time. So that's quite good. Its footage is pretty good for night vision. So that's the Swan Outback, weighs about 250 grams. Next up is a Instapark solar charger, and a Anker battery, which is a 5000 or 5200 milliamp battery, good for probably 2 full charges of my iPhone 6, which I'm videoing this with and which I'll take with me. Here is my Sony HD action cam, so it's kind of like GoPro equivalent. So I'll be taking this one for taking some video on the trail, and this will be charged by the solar charger as well. A couple of packs of batteries and some headphones, and then this thing here, which I'll take instead of a watch, which is it's made by Silver, Swiss or Swedish, I think. Anyway, it does all those kind of useless bits of information like wind speed and temperature and altitude and all that other good stuff that I like to keep a track of on the trail. So that is electronics. Here are my hiking poles, so Lecky poles, which are pretty good, pretty lightweight. They're the Thermalights. One of those will be used for supporting my tent at night time, and probably one at the end for the pull-outs to give me a bit of a headroom or leg room. Small sit pad, weighs next to nothing. And then here, last bits and pieces from my bag, is a homemade trowel, which is the MSR Blizzard peg, I think, and some foam wrapped around there, and some tape, and a little bit of cord, and that's it. Weighs nothing. And then a stuff bag here full of stuff. So let's see what kind of stuff is in here. Alright, so main thing is my water filter system, which is a Sawyer Mini. What else we got? Mosquito head net. It's July I'll be going, so I think I'll need that. And then some other bits and pieces. Anyway, that is my kit for the John Muir Trail for July 2015, leaving in about 4 days time from Sydney in Australia. And the next video that I'll do will be to show you some of the food that I'm taking. Alright, thanks.